Peace, 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 peace. Peace and love, friends. I am back. Hold on, there's my camera over here on the YouTube side. I am back for the Divine Masculine reading. Okay, it is not by coincidence. I've already shuffled and premeditated on the cards. Same very similar cards as the Divine Feminine reading, but we're going to pull some clarifiers to see how this all comes out. But this is not by coincidence, Divine Masculine. All right. Um, let me say this before I start. Something that I just noticed in history: powerful men with voices get terminated. Right. So, as the president of the Black Panther Party here in Louisville, I always wanted to make sure that I was the vocal one and allow the men to actually do the battle. You know what I'm saying? That was a part of my strategy, just learning through history. You know, in our culture, all men and women, we have been and children have been brutalized. But for whatever reason, um, something about that queen. Remember, if he's the most valuable piece on the chessboard, if you have something that is of value, would you just throw it out there? You know what I'm saying? And allow it. It's valuable. It's priceless. So it's just like living in your house, your rubies and your jewels. You just don't leave them on a coffee table. You probably got a safety deposit box somewhere, a safe, you know what I'm saying? Because it's valuable. And that's how the Divine Masculine is to our realities, to our culture as Black people. These readings are not race specific or gender specific at times, because energy does go back and forth. But, I always speak to the heart of me and mine, because this is a part of our culture, right? So we know how valuable the Divine Masculine is, our brothers, but we know how powerful our sisters are too, our queens are, right? Our Divine Feminines. So this reading is, I titled it, It's Not by Coincidence, because there is something brewing inside of the heart of the Divine Masculine, where he's working towards standing his ground and speaking his truth. Okay? He's ready to stand his ground and state his truth. All right, let's get into it. That is where Divine Masculine is. It's something about, because the consciousness is visionary, right? We all got vision. We all got foresight. We all got intuition. But the Divine Masculine right now, there is something that he sees. And rather it's allowing him to wake up from a slumber if he's in one, or if it's him allowing him to say, hey, maybe I need to take some step backs and review this. It's not by coincidence. Because I feel like the Divine Masculine has a truth that he holds. A truth that he holds. And he wants to get that out. It's the way that he's going to have to journey about doing it. Because he has to do it with the right people. Or it could be them things of, we're not calling assassinations in, but they take our valuable pieces down. Once Divine Masculine say, women can say it all day long. I think we're the most righteous truth tellers when we start telling truth, no matter if it's soft and kind or if we revolutionary, got Tupac in our hearts. I feel like there's somebody like me, but the Divine Masculine, it's different. His voice is not the same as it was in our heydays. He still has a voice. We're not neglecting his voice, quite naturally. There's a way he has to move and does things. But at this point, I think he's aligning with, this is not by coincidence that I have to hold myself back. The Divine Feminine better come up in this reading. So it's not by coincidence, Divine Masculine. It's not by coincidence. You got the same cards as the Divine Feminine. Three of Air. You won. All right. So coming off that summer solstice, but I feel like the Divine Masculine wasn't in a test phase or an initiation like the Divine Feminine was during the summer solstice. No, his is now in the present. His is now autumn, fall, whatever we call this. This is his initiation. She done went through her. She's going inward. Now we're gonna see how we're gonna see how this journeys through. Because the Divine Feminine right now is going inward. She's the great I am. The Divine Masculine didn't have to go through what we went through in the summer solstice, right? So here comes his, right? With her, she went inward, right? So let's see where the divine masculine getting ready to go. I don't think he's going inward. I think he's coming out. Clarify on this 3 of fire. I think he's straight coming out. Clarify on this 3 of air. What it was maintained. See, it's something about what the divine masculine knows. The divine masculine knows so much, but he's careful how he filters information. And so, and here's another thing. You got it, divine masculine. Don't hold yourself back with no blackish or like, no, don't what if yourself. You can't what if yourself. No. Breathe and let all of it out. Hold on, let's see what that 7 of water is. You can't be in no position to run or to turn away or to ignore. Right. This is your passion. You know, clean your aura, if anything. Take your spiritual badge, your armor. You know, but no. Don't let fears hold you back at this point, because you got it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you hunger for this. This is something that you crave. This is something that you hunger for, that you've been striving for. And it's like now it's finally to come in. It's going to be ushered in. Look, the divine feminine. You may have to ride with her. You know what I'm saying? The divine feminine energy might even usher this in. You know what I'm saying? What did I tell you? This is all, it seems like divine feminine, y'all overlapping. Right. Setting them seeds in the ground. You done harvest though. She's setting seeds right now for something that, you know, for planetarial things that come in December or February. But you've already did this part. You've already planted the seed. You know what I'm saying? You already did your part in your work. So here comes your initiation. It's getting ready to funnel on through. And you have the heart of a lion. You have that heart. You have that heart. You have that power. Right? So here we're going in with the 9 of water with this emotional fulfillment. This is something it's something that you've always wanted to do, to be a part of. And now it's here. It's giving me Martin Luther King vibes. Just use your strength and your tenacity. And here we go with these 2 of fires. Look, you got the lion and the lioness. I know the divine feminine is going to come out here in a second. I feel like the divine feminine has taught the divine masculine to exercise his right to be vocal about certain things, because this has got to do with a lot of truth. Get down, Smokey. It's got something to, I'm no longer going to be silent. I'm going to be more vocal. And here we go with the Papa Legba card. So again, here it comes with these new opportunities for you to be grounded in your passions and what you talk. And here come the Empress. Come on. The divine feminine is right there. Let me tell you something. The divine feminine will always be the divine masculine's favorite cheerleader. She'll be right by your side. Y'all share. Look, came out the divine feminine reading. When I told her, you know, stick to your passions. You know what I'm saying? Stick to your passions. You know what I'm saying? Negative things will disappear, but stick to your passions. But you're going to have some opposition. The difference with divine masculine is he ain't got no opposition. She's right there with him. Y'all's passions are the same. Come on this 10 of air. What's over? Was there any type of betrayal? Please don't let me be up in here. Right. Same thing that came out in the divine, that prosperity. It's a new season. Wait till I do my 10-10 season. That's going to be for the collective, not just the divine feminine, divine, both. See what I'm saying? It's dead. It's over. The divine masculine is starting anew, and this is his initiation. He gonna shine. He gonna shine. He gonna shine regardless. But it's something you're trying to hold on to. Be careful of what you hold on to. Hold on to it. Play smart. You know, don't think that something's going to mess up your foundation if you move forward. It's not going to mess it up. You're going to be successful regardless. It's not going to mess it up. But I feel like there's a divine masculine, certain energies that feel like, well, I've gotten to the top. I've been saved all of this. I've did this. I've done everything right. I don't want anything to be a contributing factor to mess that up. But baby, you can't mess up what's already ordained and what's for you. That's what I'm saying. We have to be fearless. We have to be bold in our stance. And we're here with the Bible Orisha and Ace of Water. You have the ability to control your own destiny. This is not by coincidence that you at this point in your life right now. You know what decisions, divine masculine. I don't know everybody's personal worlds and what everybody's doing, what they're attached to, but you know there is something brewing in your spirit that you want to talk about, you want to address, and you want to give you into it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how a lot of society shapes our realities, right? Because there's a bunch of followers around the world. Somebody come out and say something, boom, everybody is following onto that. And it could be the wrong direction. I feel like the divine masculine is trying to set the direction. And that Empress, that Oshun, man, let's see. Listen, don't worry about anybody trying to destroy your character and your image, right? There could be gossip around you and what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like death to all of it. You're transmuting out of this energy. So anybody that felt like they was saying something, gossiping about you, all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, that was unfavorable, you know what I'm saying, quite naturally, you ain't got to worry about that. Because look, you say how you want to, just like the divine feminine. I love the message from Earth. There's a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of wealth and experience right here. Look at the wisdom. Old people get the beards. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of wisdom here. So you don't have to worry about what people may say. Standing in your truth and your power. Stand in it. That's what the nation needs. The world needs the divine feminine, especially the Black man, to be able to ground his community, to ground his family, to ground his heritage and his principles. You're the foundational blocks of that. Let's see what this too about what this communication, because these are harmonious conversations that are happening here. Same thing in the divine feminine's reading. This is interesting. It's not by coincidence when you got the Shango card. All right. This has to deal with matters of justice and resolve. There's some type of injustice that may be taking place that the divine masculine is aware of. Maybe hasn't came to the forefront to speak. Or there's an action that needs to be taken to get people out of this pitfall, this danger, actually, to get them out of this danger that they're in. So he's going to have to be in that Shango energy saying, hey, this is what it is. This is what we're going to do. This is the manner it's going to go. And look, you got the couples card. So these are going to be partnerships, relationships, whatever you want to call them, that come in that are balanced. At least man and woman is on the board, because it takes both. It takes the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And I knew more of her energy was going to pop up in his, because let me say something about the divine masculine. He does. Don't ever think for a second that he doesn't love his sisters. Don't think that he doesn't love his wife. Don't think that he doesn't love his mother, his sister, cousins, aunties. Don't ever think that about the divine masculine. He has always admired the divine feminine principle, right? No matter who she is, whether it's family, community, job, whatever. He loves the boldness in women. He loves the heartfelt, the love and everything. Don't forget it. Black men love Black women. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like he's carving this way to speak these truths. And these are matters around injustices, or things that are just simply not right. You know what I'm saying? How do we have this resolve? How do we bring it back together again? And I see the divine masculine bringing some women leaders on board with them. That's good. Okay, the village. No, nobody like this card. What's going on with the village? Oh, I'm done. But here we go again. What I said at the beginning of the reading. Divine masculine. If you play chess, the king has limited moves on the board. What he could do? Go up, back, side, side. When she can pretty much run everywhere. This last branch is just inside. I don't even know how to call it. Oh no! You got the village card, the death card, the devil energy. You got that 5 of air. Y'all know I can't stand the 5s. And the 8 of air. So let me break this down. For the divine masculine, this is his challenge. This is a different type of initiation because men are more, and I don't mind saying it, more stronger, of course, quite naturally than women, even sometimes of the mind. And because he's the provider and he gives so much to the nation, you know what I'm saying? The nation gives him the most hell, right? The nation gives him the most hell. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's always sitting around feeling some type of way about the divine masculine and his works and what he's doing. It's like a spell. It's like a cult. You gotta be careful because sometimes it gets real culty when it comes to the divine masculine. Like cults want to come after him and trap him up and keep him in this space and start watching him and feeling some type of way about his connections. And then if we're not careful, they will try to imprison him, rather physically or spiritually. All that monkey. Ooh, don't get me started. But guess what? That 10 of earth. Everybody knows the divine masculine is the prize. He's the prize. He's the prize. He's the abundant one. He's the prize. Why you think they want to keep families and this and everything so divisive? The divine feminine and divine masculine apart because they know he's the provider and the woman is that voice, that head, that nurturer, and then he got the master plan, and then they start working together. It's straight abundance. He is the value. Divine masculine, you are the value. It's not by coincidence. What I don't want you to do is get trapped up in your shell, knowing that you got all this passion and desire inside of you. You feel me? But you're sitting with some type of aura on you, like something going, ain't nothing might happen to you. Make sure that divine feminine is with you. All right? Keep your divine feminine with you. And you have so many to choose from. It don't necessarily have to be your girlfriend or your wife or, you know who you got. Hold on. What's 3 advice cards to divine masculine? He can ready to do something powerful. Yep, transformation. He's going towards his partnerships and his new beginnings. But hold on. Yeah, this is that temperance energy. You know, when I don't want to say the grass wasn't greener on the other side, but when you stay on one side for so long, and then you start to understand and witness and have an understanding of the other side, of another perspective or another outlook, you know what I'm saying? It transforms things. This is the shift. You can shift energy around. That's the beauty about having knowledge and being balanced on the information that you got. You got your own opinions, right? You got your own stance and how you feel. But it's not until you put that shoe on the other foot and you be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So this is divine masculine, always been wise with the issue card. Very wise man. And I want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's ready to start something. He's ready to, it could be a revolution for all I care. Please, you know what I'm saying? Call me. But this is definitely something that he wants to spark for like a change of something. There's a profound, the divine masculine has gained more truth. He has sat with many truths, and he's about to finally balance out, well, what is it? It's like, it's coming to this resolve, this understanding, this practice, this method. He getting ready to change that all around for the betterment and the prosperity of the collective. Even in the 3D community, even if everybody ain't got it, there's something that he has. There's a truth that he holds, that he knows, if exercised correctly, if executed properly, this could be a hell of a change. But he's gonna have to play smart. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid. They're not gonna hurt you. Like, I'm not saying this ain't 1960 or nothing, but here's the thing that bothers me about Black people. Even when we're nation building, oh, we're gonna build all of this, they ain't gonna do nothing but tear it down. Why are you leading with the negative? If you lead with the negative, the result's going to be what? Negative. I don't understand people that do that. Don't lead with the negative, because if you lead with the negative, it's what it's going to be, right? So we know the history of our past or whatever. Let me tell you something. It's a brand new day with the Divine Collective, with the Chosen Ones. You're not going to treat us like our ancestors. We too bold, we too powerful. And more importantly, the world, like always, is still waiting on us. They're waiting on that revolutionary spirit of the Black man and the Black woman, period, whether y'all believe so or not. It's the amount of time when we finally get it together and bridge that gap. Before we start talking about community issues, city issues, metro councils, government, and all that, our houses have to be in order. Divine feminine and divine masculine have to be in order in some type of capacity, or it's not going to work. You know, we being divisive ourselves, not coming together. Each other, the feminine and the masculine. I love women's spaces. I love men when they have their space. But if the two ain't working together, it's not going to work, you know? And we're going to have to figure out, there's a vocal key to this. And I think that's where a lot of the holdback comes from. It's like, I know exactly what I want to say, but I got to be careful because I have to, I have so many things to balance and keep ahead. It's because what he does know is that this could be on the other side. This could be on the other side. Just by me being me. And so it's not like the divine masculine is fake. There's only so much. This is very culty right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have all that at the end, but they just want his valuables. Or they don't want his valuables to be on display. So that's why we have to protect the divine masculine too, as well, when we out, because the feminine and the masculine both protect. They just do it in different ways. Okay, so let me pull a clarifier, a goddess oracle for the divine masculine. Divine spirit, what's the goddess oracle card for the divine masculine? Ashe. Harvest. Harvest, divine masculine. You're not going to keep sitting over there. This is not by coincidence that everything that's brewing up in you, you ready? Well, let's go. Let's go. Make it work. Y'all are the creators. Y'all the creator gods. We all are, but you know. So look. Harvest is when you reap the blessings that you have sown. The harvest is not just fulfillment of your dreams, but the creation of them. Your thoughts, your imagination, the blessing of you being here another day on this earth, that is all harvest. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all, right? That's what I was saying. This is for all. So the declaration is, we are always prospering. Yes, the divine masculine stay on the move. And I love how he moves, right? But this season, the divine feminine is going inward, you know, but this is his initiation. He didn't have to go through all of that during the summer like she did, right? He's right here. His initiation is this time. How am I going to keep ascending right now? And it's not by coincidence. Everything that you're thinking of, divine masculine, everything that you want to do, that you're questioning, and you saying, hey, you know what? It's my time. It's time for me to come out and show and prove. Just don't be afraid. There's no fear. There's no fear. Have no fear. I don't care what you attach to. And sometimes the divine masculine, because he's a man, he has to be in like every damn room. So he too don't always know the energy that he attached to. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, down the road, because I think during this process, he is starting to see like, hey, you know, checking his energy around him amongst men. Men battle differently. Women go inward and go heal somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Have a dialogue and a whole session. Men, they move a little bit differently. They're strategic. They're a different type of strategic. And you know, women are too, because we all carry masculine and feminine energy. But you know, that's what he dominates in. So his moves is going to be a little bit different, right? And his moves could cost them. So when we come back, what's tomorrow? The 10th. Because I did divine masculine today. I already did divine. When I come back on the 10th, now I'm supposed to do one tomorrow. I'm gonna figure it out. But when I come back, we're gonna do that collective energy reading because we're about to see the balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, right? And it's gonna be dope in real time. Divine masculine, this is not by coincidence. So many are called, few are chosen. So with that being said, you are one of a kind. Good as a slice of pie. Wasn't this all delightful?